Wow, guys, huge development in gaming history. I just fucked yo bitch. Let's get into this Artisans Homeworld movement tutorial. Basically, we're going to be going for all the movement in between every level in the Artisans Homeworld in this video. Breaking it down, talking about Nestor, talking about how he is the center of a dragon conspiracy where the Norks did nothing wrong and the dragons are trying to overthrow the Nork kingdom, in fact. And that's why they're taking all the money back to fuel their oil baron needs. Now, we're going to hold square left here. I'm going to actually bring that back. Actually, let's take a look at this. Look at how beautiful. Man, look at how good I do those fucking stones. Let's go back real quick and just appreciate that. I'm going to scoot back here. The big thing to remember coming out of Nestor here is that let me frame advance this, is that we're holding square left, but slightly up left on the joystick there, on the left analog stick you can see on the input viewer. That's going to allow us to kind of hit this little ledge and then come down at the perfect angle so that we can run through. The idea is that we can run through both of those gems right there, the top and bottom one. And then if you miss the bottom one, like, see, I ran right through it because I'm actually a god at this game, but the idea is that you at least run through the last one. See how Spyro auto collects those because he just runs through them? Sparks doesn't collect those. In fact, Sparks collects these two gems on the side. So just keep that in mind, because if you don't, especially if you don't run through that last gem there, Sparks will miss it and you'll have to grab it later. These stones are just beautiful, man. Holy shit, dude. You know, I mean, there's a reason I've been playing this game for longer than you've even been alive. So I'm just going to say that right now that there's a reason why they gave me the world record, not you. Okay. So you jump here. And the thing about it is I like to jump straight. You can see I could be cutting it tighter to the left here, but I rather jump to the right and then cut it in left like that. So it's like we're straight and then we're left. So that way I can have like a nice clear line to go through the four fucking, what are these things called? Stones. Your boys feeling a little stones, you know what I'm saying? A little stoned. We're like, you need a short hop off of this last one, and then short hop and then charge on this one. If you fall into the water accidentally here, that's not a big deal. Usually, as long as you get that short hop the short hop jump charge onto that last stone, then even if you land in the water, you'll still auto collect it. It's pretty lenient. Here, look at this. I wait until, now look, you can see the individual horizontal lines of the texture on this wall right here. So I usually wait till we get about like 3 or 4 lines off of that. See the white part right there? When that stops, I usually wait till we get like 3 or 4 lines down there. Like right about here. Yeah, right about there is where I jump. Another visual cue you can use is the moss right there, that hanging moss to the left. Right when that touches the ground, that's when you want to jump. Charge onto that. You could charging jump off or just fucking fuck it, charge off, you know, whatever. That's Sunny Flight. Let's keep watching. Or the movement to Sunny Flight, I should say. Again, we're not watching the levels right now. We're just focusing on the Homeworld movement. Damn, my splits just materialized out of nowhere. So sick. This guy takes 3 hits to kill, which makes him one of the hardest enemies in the entire game. We turn, we flame, kaboom. Now, ideally, you want to grab both of those. I'm going to go back at this point. Ideally, you want to grab both of those gems out of the air. Out the But if you only get the one, like this one that's closest to you, if you just get that one, then it's fine. Just make sure you wait a moment on the ground before charging. This was very ballsy. This movement right here, I should have waited like a moment longer. Usually when you do movement like what I did here, like start charging away immediately, you'll miss that one on the left or right. Oh, and hold on, there's more details to all this shit back here. You thought I was done fucking ranting about this shit? Come on, guys. So the thing is that with this motherfucking bitch, I mean this dragon, you don't want to hit him too early. Taking forever to go. Okay, here we go. So you hit this shit. You get that gem out of the air from this guy. And then now this is a very crucial part. You have to wait a moment. If you try to go as fast as possible here, what'll end up happening is you'll flame the guy and his red gem won't automatically collect after touching the dragon. So what I do here is I wait. Notice how I'm walking. I wait, and then boom. See how I curve it in like that? That curve is very intentional to delay his timing. And now he dies very close to the dragon. And you can see that right when I touch this dragon, I barely collect the gem before the dragon cutscene explodes and starts. And then, of course, we're just holding down right and then charge flame charge there. You could try to do a jump. I've tried doing jump charges to optimize that, but it just doesn't work out. You'll know that you've entered this level correctly when the ding, 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 ding of the music, when it does the first 3 dings. If you could get it before that 3rd ding, 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 and then you enter the level, that's how you want it. Nothing really notable here. I mean, just collect the shit. I mean, what are you, stupid? You can flame charge that last guy, I guess. If you want to be cool like me. I mean, why wouldn't you? Okay, coming home right now. Holding... Okay, this is interesting movement here. So just that little bit right there before we move on to the next part here. This is kind of like the most, I would say, technically advanced part of the Homeworld. I mean, this is the first Homeworld. It's baby shit. If you can't do this, I don't know what to tell you. So basically, you're coming out of here. You'll notice I'm holding right up, slightly up right on the analog stick while holding square. This is very important to your setup in order to get onto this second platform with the full hop. The ground here is slanted downwards the closer you go to this what's it called? Fucking pillar thing, fucking cock. The closer you go to that, then the harder your full hop's going to be. And usually you won't even be able to get the full hop if you don't do it off of this part of the hill right here before it goes down. So we get on there. Obviously just optimize that movement and then we keep going. Get our boy Tomas. Tomasito. Fun fact about Tomas, he actually shows up in Nork Cove as well. He shows up like 3 times in the game. He's like, damn, I never thought you'd make it this far, stupid. Shut up, Tomas.
Hey, Spyro.
I don't even skip the dragons to be fast. I just skip them because they're fucking annoying, dude. Half of them don't even say anything to you. They're, thank you for releasing me. Shut up. So, okay, so with that whole section right there, scooting back, the really big thing to remember here is that you're either holding square right or square left coming out of this whirlwind right here. This is the second time around, so I'd be holding square left. But if it was the first time around, you'd be holding square right. Let's go back to the first time around as well. Mash this fucking rewind button here. Okay, there we go. Here we're at the first time. Flame charge this guy. You could also just regular charge him. I recommend flame charging him. An interesting thing that happens here that not many noobs notice is that when you flame charge this guy, he actually rolls towards you, but because he hits your body, he actually rolls back the other way. And that's important for the routing. If he rolls past you, like towards you and past you, then that fucks up the whole route and you're losing time. So you have to make sure that you flame charge him and that he hits you as he rolls into you. So that way he turns around the other way and rolls the other way. I'm holding square right here because I want to go down the right side first. That should be all you're thinking going up this. Is like, is it the first time? Square right. Is it the second time? Square left. Square right, and then you can adjust your movement to get off of this. Keep all the charging, jump all the charges. Short hop, jump charge, and then flame charge glide buffer. You guys like that terminology, dude? You guys like that? I'm a seasoned speedrunner. You know, me and Farney have been talking about these terminologies, all right? We know how to talk about this shit. So hit that guy as early as, but the whole idea is we're hitting that guy as early as possible with the flame. Kill him on that final 3rd hit. Again, 3-hit enemy. That's a very beefy enemy, you know, for this game. Charge that, jump charge down, and the rest is pretty much history at that point. The last thing to be careful of is these 3 gems. These 3 gems could end up a number of different configurations, and that a lot of that's based on RNG as well as the gem hamburglar's position. So just be careful here. Don't be afraid to walk it. Notice how I walk for a moment there? And then I do a jump charge to be ballsy, but you don't have to do that. Just walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Entering town square, and boom, leaving town square. How does he do it, man? It's movie magic. All right, mashing triangle, left, and then here's the wall glide. This is the part that fucks up all the noobs here. Okay, so that is basically, that's the hardest part execution-wise of the Homeworld. But let me tell you guys something real quick. When you first attempt this wall glide, you're going to fail it more times. You're going to fail it a lot. It's going to be like, you're going to be thinking, how the fuck do people do this consistently? And you're right. I am really good at this game. But if you practice it for a while and you ask yourself what's going wrong when you do these wall glides, you'll notice that when I do this, I really make sure that I do a jump. I'm charging. I maintain the momentum from this charge for my full hop. I'm really full hopping as far out there as I can. Look at the inputs, charge glide. And then that way I get in front of that little bump. There's like a little bump right where Spyro's body is. There's a little bump where the mountain will begin to curve around. And so we want to get in front of that bump so that we can start curving with the wall right there, right on the seam. And then we get up there. Now, again, you have to spend some time getting the feel of which parts of this hill you can stand on and which you can't. Again, because this game's from 1998, it's very clear polygons everywhere, so you can really use a lot of visual cues with the seams of every polygon to say, oh, I can stand on this polygon. Oh, I can't stand on that polygon. Full hop off this. Don't be too quick. The hastiness here is going to get you fucked over, okay? I'm just telling you that right now. Another full hop. Land right here, and you don't have to do a charging jump here like I do. It's totally unnecessary, but I do it because I'm fast and I'm super cool. Glide around. And now look at this, the dragon head right here, it is not solid on the back. There's no collision on the back, but there is collision on like the side, kind of like where his ear would be, I guess you could say. So, again, get a feel as you're doing this, you're getting a feel, you're testing around to see what parts you can go through and what parts you can't go through. As we move through this, it's kind of hard to see from this video, or you can see it right down there. There's a little piece of lava, actually. It's like invisible, like see-through lava that's part of the portal. So, be careful not to bonk on that, especially if you're taking a wider angle around the portal. I took a very steep angle into the dragon head, but a lot of newer players, well, they'll go even further right and then to the left and cut it back and hit it like on the bottom of the portal. I like to hit on the top of the portal because A, it's faster, and B, you can do something called an insta-load, which you'll notice. Let's just watch this at full speed real quick. Look how quickly the level loads when I enter. Boom. That shit was pretty quick, and it could be even quicker than that. I could save even more frames on that. But the way you get that insta-load is you're charging in horizontally into the top of the portal. Bear in mind that when you enter a portal in this game, the level doesn't start loading until the camera touches the portal, not Spyro. Okay, so Spyro touches the portal, you lose control of Spyro, then the camera touches the portal, then the level loads, right? So what we do a lot of times with certain levels in this game, and this is no exception, is we try to touch the portal in such a way where the camera is already, see how close the camera already is to it? So that way it makes the level load more quickly. We call that insta-loading. I'm going to watch that whole section in full one more time, because you guys need it. It's not for me, it's for you. Oh, and just mashing triangle coming out. It's mashing triangle and then just pivot, quick turn to the left. Boom. And I'm tapping the analog stick, that whole wall glide. I'm tapping, tap it, tap, 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 tap. That's my strat with that with the wall glide itself. All right, returning home. We're on the final stretch of Artisans here. Again, it's not a bad wall glide. Don't be afraid to go for it. Like, if you're a newer player, you want to do some fun tricks in this game, it's a really fun route, especially coupled with the Dark Hollow out of bounds route. I think it's worth going for, just at least for the swag points. But it's about 5 seconds faster when coupled with the Dark Hollow route. This is all very straightforward stuff. There's not a lot to say here. You can do a double flame charge on those two boxes. You could hit the first box and then double flame charge in the next two, but it tends to be kind of dicey. I'm just gonna go back and watch that whole section one more time. Okay, so we touch this motherfucker. What's his name? Argus. We touch this motherfucker on kind of his left front side right here, because that's the way he'll explode quickliest. That's a word, right? So you notice I actually roll into them. For dragons where you have to go around the back of them in order to activate them optimally, I like to do rolls into them. That makes it nice and comfy. Comfy movement, you know what I mean? Argus is skipped. I'm holding up left jump charge, okay? And you can't even see that on screen. Literally this whole section right here, up left, and then you see I'm jump charging. You can't even see Spyro yet, and I'm already doing inputs that are like relevant, that are affecting his movement. Jump charge. And you're seeing that. Look at that. He's already moving, dude. He's already moving. Easy peasy. Charge through this first box, right? Charge through that first box and then flame charge the second one. And look at how I flame charge that shit, dude. Look at how I flame charge that shit. I hit it right on the left. Hit it right on the left side. Hit that, come through, and then flame charge the last one. Don't be too hasty or else you're going to miss one of those reds. That's pretty much it. The other thing is that you can get up this hill. You see, I got a couple of little glitch jumps, little skitter jumps, we call them. You'd run up this hill in such a way that you get that little extra fast movement by holding X and square going up. But don't be too hasty with it or else you'll jump past the hill. You jump. This jump is very lenient, okay? So play with it. Boomity boom. Maybe you can flame charge that. I don't know. I've never tried it. Go through here. You could really cut as hard to the right here as possible. That gem to the left there, you might be scared, oh, I might not collect it. Don't be a fucking pussy, dude. Just go to the right as hard as possible. I've only missed that gem once in thousands of runs. Once. Maybe twice. I like to do just a triple charge strat. So I charge, look at the input. Charge, charge, or I guess it's a double charge. Charge, double charge those, and then uncharge, recharge that last box. And I barely sideswipe it. Keep in mind that if you while you're charging, if a breakable object hits anywhere on Spyro's body, not just his horns, but like the side of his body, like right here, it'll still break, right? Even if you hit something with like your tail and you're charging, it'll still break.
Do you suck dick?
But as for homing in, that's a different story. I jump charge and then grab those reds and then we're out of there. Let's just watch that whole movement. Let's just watch this part. Boom, really bearing right. And if you bear right, that just makes the angle so much easier coming to the left with those 3 boxes. Charge. Here goes Marco. And yeah, go to Peacekeepers. Don't go to Nasty's World. I'm obviously on a cheated file right now, so I went to Nasty's World. But you would go to Peacekeepers because you would be on an actual run, right? You fucking idiot. I'm just playing around. But guys, fucking good luck with this. This is a really straightforward homeworld movement. I think you'll be fine at the end of the day. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, charge. That's Artisans for you, baby. Artisans. Now we're moving on to the real part of the game. Fucking Peacekeepers. Fuck yo bitch on that Peacekeepers, man.